Hey, hey everybody. Um, as you all know, the PlayStation 2 was basically my favorite console, and it's been discontinued for a while now. A long, long, long while. But is this still a good console? If you're beginning, if you want the old classic games and you're a console freak, the Anyway, since with the basic new consoles are coming out, would the PlayStation 2 be cheaper as well, in a way? So I have compared a list of compared a list of what is good about it and what's fairly okay. So yeah. Number one is basically hardware, so it's basically rocking a good enough CPU with like close to 300 megahertz, I think. I didn't do research about it, but yeah. I know it has 256 kilobytes of RAM, with now consoles are running freaking 8 gigs of RAM. And yeah, the hardware is just basically simple. Some of the slim is just shrunk conversion, but with the yeah, the hardware's pretty still good. Just don't need to worry about it. Number two is games. Not only you getting like Need for Speed Most Wanted, even though you can get it on an Xbox 360, blah, 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 blah. Most of the games are basically fairly good, like Star Wars Battlefront, some Need for Speeds, and some others. And also you can still use PlayStation 1 games under their format, and your PlayStation 1, and you can play PlayStation 1 games without PlayStation 1. Just have a PlayStation 2. Internet connectivity is only able to work with the fat boy if you get extra piece, and then with the slim it's already built in. It's just the only way you can do it if it's next to a modem, connect it, blah blah blah. You can do multiplayer only. Can't install any games, unfortunately. But if you have another friend that has it hooked up to a modem and has it basically still has a PlayStation 2 and not selling it, you two can, and if you both have the same game, you'll be able to race and do everything, basically versing and all that. With I kind of just putting a tick and cross next to him. So yeah, hardware, okay, don't need to worry about it. Games, tick. Internet connectivity, since with multiplayer, no one comes over anymore, so sad. Okay, other features, it can also be used as a DVD player. That's what I've been mostly using it for, just until I feel like playing games on it and continue my storyline, blah blah blah. So basically it just plays normal DVDs with a PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. They play Blu-ray, which says basically they're a bit better. They kind of are, but they're dearer, but oh well. So other features, just as a DVD player, that's tick. Number 5 is memory. With the memory card, it's okay as long as you get a big enough memory card, since of how many games you have. On the Fat Boy, you can install a hard drive, so that actually helps. It's just the hard drive will be only 40 gigs. It's just you have to get all the good components to make sure of it. But with memory, just basically two or just one big massive memory card. There'll be the highest I've seen is basically 128 megabytes. That might be enough space, but you can still get small ones with the 8 megabytes. Yeah, megabytes, so already dead and gone. But they're still fairly good, and you can still put a hard drive. But with the memory today, 500 and 1 terabyte hard drives are basically a bit more better, and you can install games, install the updates, install DLCs, and all that. So that's kind of a better, just something better with today's models. But you still don't have to worry about any saves as long as it auto saves or something like that. Number 7 is extras. You can get a remote control. You can get a headset if you're playing online against each other. It's just, I'm not next to my mum, so I can't play online. So, me sad. But you can also get a whole bunch of accessories to make the, accessories to get different memory cards, different colors. You can still use the old PlayStation 1 memory cards. You can still use old PlayStation 1 accessories or something. And you can also get stickers to put on it, just to make it pretty. And also some maybe other things that may just make it look better as it sits there. So extras, little tick. And number 8 is accessories, so you could get a whole bunch. You can still get a PlayStation 1 controller and play, as I said, but you can still find a whole batch of different controllers that will work on it, either PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and well, I think I missed out number 6, so controllers. They haven't changed at all lately. They just had extra trackpad, turned wireless, but the same DualShock 2 is or DualShock 1 as you can use will be fairly good as playing it. The vibrations might be a little and the analog sticks might be a little mushy, but you can still play it. So that's it for the list. So is the PlayStation 2 good enough for today's standards? As I said, the games are still good. The hardware's just plug in, forget. Internet connectivity, you might have a trouble with it because you have to have it next to a modem. But the memory, you just have to find a big enough memory card. But not. It's been discontinued to everyone because they might not have heard it. But I say this is a good enough machine if you rather want your kids to or friends to come over and watch them split screen and get raging over it. And also, since the graphics of course is a bit put down, still at 30 frames, but if you don't want them to see too much blood and gore, if you're that sort of parent or that sort of person that's kind of don't like the games today, go with the PlayStation 2, and also you can have friends over, which is a bit more better than frickin' what's today, just having it online, worldwide, blah blah blah. And then find out the person you're facing is a 10-year-old kid that knows how to play games better than you. Sorry. So, as I said, the PlayStation 2 has been forgotten, but still has good quality as a console. Even though you can get some of the games on PC and they look and run well and more better, it's just I've been having trouble with my niece with speeds, apparently, so I have to put up with the PlayStation 2, so yeah. And also, some of the PlayStation 2 games are quite the originals to some games that are still played today, but yeah, go get a PlayStation 2 if you want to play old games and you want a fairly cheap console. Because you can get them about, if you want to get the normal, like the basic normal ones, you can get one that's basically has all the accessories, just for under $100. If you don't, and if you're a parent that doesn't want to see too much blood and gore that your kids are watching, go with the PlayStation 2 because one, it's fairly cheap, it saves you money, and it gives you the way to say, I played this in my day, it's the best that I have ever seen. So that's it, guys. The PlayStation 2 has been discontinued, but still maybe forgotten or not. It's just some people might have bad memories, but if you want a cheap console and some of the games are available online or you can buy them at the local op shop, I find a lot of them at op shop, so yay. But yeah, if you want sorry, it's just if you want a cheap console, go with the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1, or just buy PlayStation 1 and play PlayStation 2 games. Or just go for the fairly old consoles if you are want to basically save money and doesn't want your children to see too much blood and gore. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this video, but if just only like it if you have a PlayStation 2, and if you want, comment down the games that you liked about it, and if you still have it, maybe I can find a perfect enough router so to connect it up, and we can play against each other. But nah. But as well, just comment below which games you liked on the PlayStation 2, and I hope to see you in any other video. So have fun with your PlayStation 2, guys.